I don't really feel like I have cancer. I really don't even, I know I have it, but I don't dwell on it. What I like to do for fun is just like everyone else, work hard all week, be productive. I like to, cook. I like to be active, physically active as best as I can. See, before all this, I would say I'd be cycling, walking, so that's changed a little bit. Very busy with my house, with my home, my family, my friends. It was in the fall of 2015. I remember the moment exactly. I was trying to flex my toes and I noticed that I couldn't move my right toes. I thought maybe it was my shoes, maybe too many high heels, so I kept going on with my life, but it didn't go away. I went to see my doctor who said, we need to have an MRI done. You either have MS or you had a mini stroke. Did the MRI Friday night, came home, and the doctor called me at home and she said, unfortunately, found a tumor on your brain. When they went in to take out the tumor, they realized it was more serious than they thought. I had glioblastoma stage 4. It's an extremely aggressive form of terminal brain cancer that once you have it, it does not go away. And the lifespan that I read everywhere was about 14 months. I went for 6 weeks of chemo and radiation here in Charlotte, and then I went for 2 months of oral chemo that I took at home. Not only did my tumor grow a little bit, but they also found another tumor in my brain. And one that is on my motor strip, which is why I had, the problems with my leg. The other tumors on my arm, cortex. I did a ton of research, and that's when I learned about immunotherapy.
I met Carol about 9 to 10 months ago, and she and her medical oncologist reached out to me. They were looking for promising new treatment options. And fortunately, we had a few clinical trial options to consider for Carol at that time.
My immunotherapy trial is funded by the Cancer Research Institute. And this particular trial features 2 drugs.
She's on a trial that combines a checkpoint inhibitor, in this case one that targets PD-L1, a drug called durvalumab, in combination with an FDA-approved anti-angiogenic drug for brain cancer called Avastin or bevacizumab.
I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be a part of such an important clinical trial. It was not a hard decision to make. Why would I not go? It was my life is at stake here.
There's been a very dramatic improvement over the course of that 8 months. One area of tumor has completely disappeared, and the other shrunk by a good 80 to 90%.
And that would not have happened had I not been on that trial. I know that for sure. Immunotherapy gave me my life back. I've been very grateful to have my A-team in my community, friends that are always there for me. At the beginning of my treatment, they were taking notes. I missed so much stuff. You're such in a whirlwind.
Carol and I have been friends for 17 years. Sitting here a year ago with the diagnosis that we had no idea where to go. The biggest challenge for her, though, was always trying to make sure that she kept her independence. Once Carol was accepted into that trial, it has changed everything about where she can go in the future.
She leaves the cancer in Boston. But then when she comes home, it's like, we're not going to talk about cancer. It's just life as usual when she comes home.
When I'm in Charlotte, I'm not a patient. I don't have cancer. I have a full life, and that life was given back to me because of this clinical trial.
Research dollars to support not only the trial, but even the preclinical laboratory work is harder and harder to come by. To have recognition by Cancer Research Institute of the importance of this disease and helping to support it is just a very inspirational message for many patients and families, that they're not alone, that other organizations are behind them and want to help them.
When people ask me how I'm doing, I always say I'm doing fabulous, because I am. And I consider my condition right now being very stable. And it gives me huge confidence to go on with my life.